Hey traders, welcome to this video. I'm just brushing over the XAU USD ticker, gold spot. I did a stream. If you haven't seen it, check that out on my profile, and my free training is underneath if you'd like to get started trading like myself. So gold is in a great spot for learning at the moment. I have covered it many times, but doing this just before you get your retail sales news and your Bank of Canada Consumer Price Index that comes out at 1:30 GMT, I believe. Yeah, that's right. Obviously, that's 5 hours here, 5 hours there, depending where you are in the world. Lots of my members are from everywhere. But more or less, I'm covering why you're here, how you got here, and where we're going to go, in my opinion. So what have you got at the moment? Well, you've got this downwards trajectory. We can all see that. New form downtrend via your daily chart. And the reason why I highlight that straight off the bat, number one, is because it's really important to cover the natural market movement in every single market. All right. In other words, we're looking to see what the trajectory is overall and how we can trade within that. Because within a downtrend, you have both your down moves on the highs and your long side moves on your lows. That's what forms a downtrend. Okay, lower highs, lower lows. So I said for a long time, I said you want to reshort there, so hopefully you did. But I also said we're going to crumble like this. Okay, we're going to crumble down and crumble down and crumble down. Now, the reason why I said that is because if you look to the left, you can see there isn't really any major support. I mean, you have this crumbles along, and then you've got this minor support here. And you can see it's nothing sticks out as really, really prolific there. You know, and when we came up to the top, you did have a lot of prolific PA. In other words, price rejection, or where people were getting in to the opposite side of the market. You can see it all under here. So that's what we reflected off of your short side. We also coupled with that the fact that you had a new form downtrend, okay? Because a lot of the time, this is what it looks like when the market is going to start to slide down. People are pulling their money out of gold because they're not interested in it as much anymore. So what you have at this point is this fall, okay, this candle here, and it's coming down to the same point that you were before when you came around here. Now, I've said several times, just like I said on the fall, this really doesn't hold much weight for me, okay? I don't think this is really going to be sustainable, and therefore I would much rather be long lower. Now, that doesn't mean it won't bounce here accordingly. It doesn't mean that won't happen, but it just means I would rather buy at a more valid point, because you're slamming into this level. You're not seeing any price rejection now, especially if you put your time frames down. Okay, so it's important to note that. Now, once you zoom out slightly or even go on your weekly, you can see that a little bit better. This candle is just dragging into this, so I don't expect too much there, to be honest. So where does that leave us? Well, overall, it leaves us looking for more levels of key price action, okay, which I can see are forming around here. Now, the reason why I'm using a higher time frame to do that is because I'm looking at the longer term trajectory of the market. If this fall has taken since the 1st of May, we really need to be looking at a longer period of time, because this is 3.5 months on, all right? So just open your eyes, just use what you can see, okay? Longer term price rejection zones tend to have more weight as well. That's the main reason why I'm using them, but you can see them to the left, okay? So that's where I'll be looking to scale in with long entries. I'd much rather do it down there than where we are, okay? Because it's far more valid. And I'm fine to sit on my hands and let it move down. Now, if it does turn out that you pull up via retail sales or whatever it may be, then I'm just going to short back in line with where we shorted before, because I know those were key levels of rejection for short side entries. So overall, my bias, I think you're going to pull down on gold, and I much prefer it long if you can get lower. You can see that clearly. That's why I pulled a naked chart up here. If you have a stock oscillator, an RSI, MAs, you'll see that you're right underneath them, and therefore you have a low price. So I hope that helps as always, guys. Let me know if it does. Press the like. Chuck a comment under, ask a question. If you want to get my free training, trade like myself, I day trade every day, go underneath the links there, just click it, it'll take you straight through. Thanks for watching as always, and I hope that helps. Make sure your sizes are small and in line with your equity at all times. See you in the next video.